everyone, welcome to another episode of Extreme Life TV. Today we've got a show like no other, coming to you from the west coast of Africa, hanging out behind the scenes with some of the country's top bodyboarders. We've got a show checking out some crazy secret spots up the west coast. But to get you guys in the extreme life mood, come on, let's check out some action. Everyone, welcome back to XL TV, beautiful South Africa, and what a day we got traveling behind the scenes with some of the country's top bodyboarders. Right now we at a secret spot up the west coast, hanging out with Wilder, one of the guys that we cruising up the coast with. Wilder, what's the conditions been like? How's it looking up the west coast?
Yeah, it's looking quite good. We've had some pretty decent size, some clean swell coming through. Yeah, we are one of the more hidden spots, one of the little hidden gems we got around here, and we actually scored it pretty fun this morning, so super stoked.
That's great. So today we are behind the scenes checking out about commitment and how important it is to commit. Wilder, when you're out there, commitment, how important is that?
Commitment's crucial, eh? So many times I've almost seriously injured myself, pulling back on the last second, getting sucked over the falls on a wave. So when you make your mind up you're going for a wave, you pretty much have to go. Especially when you're surfing spots like this, to other big waves up the coast, some heavy beach breaks, you can get stuck in a pretty nasty situation if you don't fully commit.
All or nothing. But Wilder, tell us a little bit about bodyboarding in South Africa. What's it like?
Yeah, bodyboarding is a growing sport, yeah, man. I've been bodyboarding since 2010 now. Yeah, it's a great growing sport, and it's really reaching new heights. Yeah, in South Africa is doing really well. It's tough, and there's guys with us here today that I think you'll see a little bit later. Ethan, Nile, a whole lot of good guys riding. And yeah, well, I've grown up most of my life surfing on the west coast. West coast, also known as the wild coast, it's very unpredictable. West coast has a lot of world-class waves that you could say are similar to some of the waves overseas, but it's just the raw natural beauty of it. Where you're up there, you're all alone, there's nothing except for your friends and good waves for thousands of kilometers. So for me, that's something unbeatable.
That's great, and that's where we are today, west coast of Africa, loving bodyboarding, beautiful conditions, and today we're going to go behind the scenes, some secret spots up the west coast, some beautiful gems. But tell us a little bit about what's the uniqueness and why would you choose to ride a bodyboard?
I think for me, I find bodyboarding a more versatile sport. The smaller, more controllable size of it allows you to get into much steeper waves than you'd say on an SUP or a longboard or something like that. Yeah, what I really love about bodyboarding is the endless possibilities. You can keep pushing the limits, whether it be boosting bigger airs or riding bigger barrels and getting in deeper and steeper. And the best part about bodyboarding is just being out there in the ocean, God's greatest creation in my mind. Bodyboarding is just a really great sport all around, and it's my passion.
That's great. Now I'm watching you out there, and you've had some amazing waves, some really big drops, steep drops, rocks breaking out in front of you, really dangerous conditions. But every now and again I've seen you actually have one or two wipeouts. Is wipeouts just part of bodyboarding, and why do you wipe out?
Yeah, wipeouts are definitely a part of bodyboarding. Because like we said, in bodyboarding, you're always trying to push the limits and go bigger and harder, get deeper in the barrel. So yeah, when you're trying to hit the bigger section or get in the deepest barrel, you're bound for a few errors, and you're gonna take a bit of a beating every now and then. Wipeouts are definitely a big part of bodyboarding. I find myself wiping out the most when I'm not as committed as I should be, whether it be to hitting a big section and I'm getting there a fraction too late and just getting taken over with the lip, or also just hesitating on a big takeoff and just getting sucked over with the lip, whereas I should have just committed, gone straight to the bottom and rode the wave, whereas I might have hesitated a bit, being a bit nervous, and then you get stuck on top and just going down with the lip.
So commitment is everything, like Wilder said. In bodyboarding, if you don't commit, you wipe out. And today's show topic we're looking at is all or nothing. So we're going to encourage you today as you're watching, commit. Go all the way. Beautiful conditions. Yeah, West Coast, South Africa. Wilder, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Go big, commit. And you guys, you're watching Extreme Life. Don't touch that remote. We'll be back with some more action right after this.
Up a notch. If hip-hop was a religion, I would be a bishop.
Hey everyone, we're back here for XL TV. Today we'll be showing you the basics on how to cross step and nose ride on a longboard. Come, let's get going.
This is more than chemistry, yo, this is alchemy. As I pass the
Cross stepping on a longboard is not only fun, but can also be used to ride a wave more effectively. The key to surfing any board is being in the right standing position, and the same applies to longboarding.
from here to Philadelphia, keep a clean bill of health.
Cross stepping can look quite simple, but can be tricky when first starting out. So here are a few 101 tips. Okay, first off, keep your knees slightly bent as you start to walk, keeping your weight on your back leg to avoid nosediving. As you cross step, try to keep your feet on the center line of the board. While stepping back, place one foot behind the other and reverse step back to a regular surf position. So that was basic cross stepping. Let's step it up a notch and try some nose riding. Once you've learned to cross step, you're going to want to learn to nose ride. There are different forms of nose riding, with the more popular hang 5 or hang 10. As you attempt your first nose rides, if necessary, stall your board to reduce speed and direct your board on the wave face. Start your cross step, keeping your weight on your back leg to avoid nosediving.
This is just the way we activate, the whack will vacate. Now what we have here.
You can get to the nose in 1 or 2 big steps, or smaller cross steps, depending on the wave and the size of your board. As you improve, you can hang out on the nose longer, or try and mix it up to win your next pro competition.
With adrenaline rush, we bust through, searching for logic under the topic quest. No, captivate the listeners, and this is just the way we activate, break the whack, will vacate, move it out. With adrenaline rush, we bust through.
So I hope these tips helped you out with your longboarding. Remember, keep practicing because practice makes perfect. I'm Nathan and you're watching XL TV.
With adrenaline rush.
Everyone, welcome back to Extreme Life TV. Beautiful day here up the west coast of South Africa, amazing waves. And today we're going behind the scenes with some of the country's top bodyboarders, checking out some remote secret spots up the west coast. Ethan Nell, one of the top bodyboarders in the country, with us right now. Ethan, what's happening up the west coast?
Yeah, it's always good here. There's never really any bad days. You just got to have the patience to go look around and try to find some waves. We get big swell. Yesterday we had some insane waves, just 2 of us out, so we don't really have to worry about crowds like other places like Pipeline. So that's always good. We do get some really big waves like far up the west coast, and here in our hometown we do get waves. Just a matter of checking the charts, and obviously with surfing and stuff there's a lot of waves that you can't surf, that you can take bodyboarding to the next level, to a bit more of an extreme. But yeah, always waves.
I'm watching you out there, Ethan. You've had some waves, and every now and again I check out this amazing maneuver called the wipeout. Now, you've had a lot of wipeouts in the last few days. We've been filming you. Wipeout, part of bodyboarding. What's that all about?
Yeah, like you said, it's all part of bodyboarding. You got to take it as it comes, really. At times it can obviously be scary, like with the bigger waves. Yeah, it's just being inside the wave and like not being able to see anything else but water all around you. It's pretty insane. If you don't really commit to a wave, you can really do yourself some damage. You really got to commit, like everyone says, and you just got to hope for the best that you just make the wave and don't bail and don't die, really.
That's really what it is. Don't die. If you don't commit, chances are you can die. And today here on Extreme Life, we're actually taking a look at all or nothing. Commitment. How important it is to commit to things in life. Ethan, thanks for hanging out with us. Go big. Keep ripping out there. You're watching Extreme Life TV, coming to you from South Africa. We'll be back right after this.
When did it become breaking a rule to say your name out loud in school? When your name's the only one that sets us free. When did it become incorrect to speak the truth about life and death? When your life gave us all eternity. Even if it gets me convicted, I'll be on my knees with my hands lifted. If serving you's against the law, man, if living out my faith in you is banned, then I'll stand right before the jury. If saying I believe is out of line, if I'm judged 'cause I'm gonna give my life to show the world the love that fills me, then I wanna be guilty. I'll rise up and honor you. I'll testify to the good you do, 'cause your grace and your mercy have overtaken me. So even if it gets me convicted, I'll be on my knees with my hands lifted. If serving you's against the law, man, if living out my faith in you is banned, then I'll stand right before the jury. If saying I believe is out of line, if I'm judged 'cause I'm gonna give my life to show the world the love that fills me, then I wanna be guilty by association, guilty of being a voice proclaiming your ways, your truth, your life. I'll pay the price to be your life. If serving you's against the law, man, if living out my faith in you is banned, then I'll stand right before the jury. Saying I believe is out of line, if I'm judged 'cause I'm gonna give my life to show the world the love that fills me, then I wanna be guilty by association, guilty of being a voice proclaiming your ways, your truth, your life. I'll pay the price to be your life.
How you doing? My name's Christian Osoy and you're watching XL TV.
Everyone, we're back here for Extreme Life Sports with a message, and what a beautiful day hanging out the west coast of Africa. An amazing time going behind the scenes, checking out some secret spots up the west coast. Right now standing with Mike Oxley, top bodyboarder, waterman here in South Africa. Mike, what's the conditions like today? How's it been?
Sure, the conditions are stunning out here today. Not much wind around and there's plenty of swell, so we hope to get some good waves over the next few hours.
Great week traveling up the west coast, checking out some secret spots, really nice conditions. Water's pretty cold, but a super hot day up here in Africa. As you're watching Extreme Life around the world, we hope you're enjoying this show. But Mike, tell us a little bit about bodyboarding. What's unique about it and why do you do it?
I just love the fact that we've got so many waves here that aren't always surfable on big swell, and we get to, as a bodyboarder, you get to take the steep drop and often actually pull off something that you never thought was possible. So yeah, we just got it all here in South Africa, and yeah, it's just a great sport, and we've got a great community built here in South Africa. So yeah, it's good.
Great. Now, Mike, I've watched you. You're not just a bodyboarder, you're a waterman. You paddleboard, you surf, you do a variety of sports. Having the right line, you're taking off on a wave, having the right line is super critical. How important is that?
Super important, Ive. If you don't draw the right line, it's kind of, you know, as you're dropping in and you're heading down the wave, it kind of determines the outcome, what you're going to do on the face of the wave, or your end maneuver is all determined by your drawing the right line. So yeah, super important to draw a good line.
Mike, what happens if you don't get the right line and you mess up? What happens there?
Right, that's what's called a wipeout. Okay, you're gonna eat it. You're gonna as soon as you draw the wrong line, you're going to know about it. The wave's just going to have its way with you pretty much, and start to see all the things go wrong. So drawing a good line, everything lines up, and you know your end maneuver and you can plan for it. But when you draw a bad line, it just all goes wrong.
It's kind of like life. Taking the wrong direction, taking wrong lines in life can be disastrous. Now, the comparison of lines, choosing right lines in bodyboarding and life, Mike, how would you compare the two?
Sure, I've messed up big time in a lot of areas, and just like in bodyboarding, you mess up, you get the wrong line, you're going to get taken down. Yeah, I've made a lot of bad decisions in my life, and I've actually made one good decision, and that's to draw the right line and go along the Lord's path. And yeah, as soon as you do that and you turn your life to what He has planned for you, everything falls into place. And one of my favorite scriptures is in Deuteronomy 30. It says, "I choose to love the Lord my God and obey Him and commit firmly to Him. He is the key to my life." So yeah, choosing to love the Lord my God and to actually obey Him in everything that I do is super important, and everything follows from there. With all your decisions, you lay everything in the Lord's hands, and yeah, He pretty much takes it from there. It says so clearly in the Bible that if we commit our works to the Lord, our plans will succeed. So just like in bodyboarding, you know, if we commit to a wave, we fully commit to a wave, and we draw a good line, everything will end up all right.
That's really what it's about. If you choose the wrong line, wipeouts, part of the course. Now, wipeouts, what's the reason for wipeouts, Mike?
Again, I'm just not fully committing. There's often quite a teeter point on a wave where you'll either go or you won't. And when it's a wave of consequence, it makes a huge difference. If you pull back at the wrong point, you're going to go over the falls and you're just going to take a massive wipeout. Commitment is super critical.
That's really what it's about, commitment. And today on Extreme Life, we're actually taking a look at all or nothing, committing all our works to the Lord. And the Bible says our plans will succeed. So as you're watching Extreme Life today, be encouraged. God has a plan for your life. Commit your whole life to Him. It will succeed. Michael, put our viewers in the pilot seat for a few seconds. You're taking off down a wave. What's it like?
Geez, it's something you have to experience for yourself. You know, when you're pulling in and you're gripping the board as tight as you can, and you got the wind and the spray in your face, and trying to draw that good line, but you just can't see anything. You know, it can be challenging. As soon as you start to drop in and you get some momentum, you start heading down the wave. It's one of the best feelings ever. You draw a good line and then straight into that end maneuver, and yeah, you pull it off and you're really, really happy. So yeah, it's good. It's an amazing feeling.
Great. Yeah, we are bodyboarding, west coast of Africa. Beautiful, hot summer day. Loving life, checking out secret spots. Mike, well done. Keep ripping out there. You guys, you're watching Extreme Live TV. We'll be back with some more action right after this.
What's up? I'm Stephen Baldwin, and you're watching Extreme Life. Peace.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching XL TV Sports with a Message. And this is the exciting part of the show where we get to tell you how you personally can live this extreme life. Today we've hung out behind the scenes with some of the country's top bodyboarders and checked out how they've committed, how they ride waves, but the important ingredient is how they commit. If they don't commit, they wipe out. In the Bible it says so clearly that we need to commit our works to the Lord, and then our plans will succeed. So as you're watching Extreme Life today, we want to encourage you to commit your life to the Lord. Commit all your works, everything that you do, your marriage, your finances, and even your business, your relationships. Commit everything to the Lord. Go all out for Jesus. Perhaps as you're watching Extreme Life today, you've never personally committed your life to Jesus. You're kind of just going through life, wandering down this path, down that path. But Jesus says today He's calling you. He has a plan and purpose in store just for you. But it starts by committing, going all out, all or nothing for Jesus. So we want to encourage you today, commit your life to the Lord. It starts by having a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. As you're watching right now, commit your life to Him. The Bible says so clearly that if we confess with our mouth that Jesus is Lord, believe in our hearts that God raised Jesus from the dead, we turn from our wicked ways and we commit our ways to Him, we can have eternal life. You know what? As you're watching Extreme Life, today could be your day of salvation. Alright gang, this is good stuff coming to you from the west coast of South Africa. Amazing bodyboarding, beautiful day here, but before we go anywhere, about ready to wrap up, let's check out this last bit of action from Pipeline in Hawaii. Alright gang, that's about it for this week's episode of Extreme Life, coming to you from beautiful sunny South Africa, hanging out behind the scenes with these crazy bodyboarders. Just an amazing time here up the West Coast. Hey, we hope you enjoyed the show, but next time we got another insane show in store just for you. Stop by our website at extremelife.tv. Some amazing things happening in the world of action sports. Most of all, remember the Extreme Life slogan that says, if you don't go, you'll never know. I'm having fun checking out bodyboarding, but tell us a little bit okay, there you go.
Yeah, like bodyboarding with my friends is what really drives me. Like if it's so bad.
So that was basic cross-stepping. Let's take it up a notch.
Hemoglobin's curdling slow like a tortoise. My mood is bone, it's like POTUS and samples. No one deserves it, must tell a loop. It's stupid or group, and my crew will seducing and working. Organized, bang the organ and cry. Put it aside, and when it's right, we'll toss it into your car. Causing the critics to lie to themselves, hiding the wells and sitting silently beside. But I'm just trying to help. Settle scores like warriors, born with torches in. And bring a force so enormous it'll scorch through your shores. Open the doors, matter doors. It's a 4-minute war. Heart to the core from the land, skies, oceans, and shores.
West Coast syntax, underground hip-hop artist. Be the hardest. West Coast syntax, underground hip-hop artist. Be the hardest. West Coast syntax.
If you enjoyed today's episode of Extreme Life, or know of someone who needs to see it, visit our website at extremelife.tv. Now you can enjoy your favorite episodes of Extreme Life over and over again. You can share them with your friends, your family, or even your youth group.
One of the things I've loved is God always said that He'll never leave us, He'll never forsake us.
To get your copy of today's show, visit our website at extremelife.tv.